Yeah.
I'll fight Danny Jacobs. I'll fight Canelo. I want to fight what I really want is a unification fight with David Benavidez. That's what I really want. You know, we're under the same, company. I think it'd be easy to make that fight. When he fought Ronald Graville to win his world title, he got dropped in that fight actually. But when he won his world title fighting Ronald Graville, I was standing at the bottom of the steps saying, "Hey, when are we going to fight?" Mm-hmm. But there's people out there who think that I'm scared to fight him, but I was the one standing at the bottom of the steps. I'm the one who put out the video of his promoter saying that they don't want to fight this year. That they want to wait and make people pay more money. I'm the one who keeps saying I want to get it going now. I've been saying that. But, he had a fight coming up. It looks like his fight in April is canceled, obviously. So
right.
If ain't none of us fighting until September, then me and David can go ahead and fight in September too.
Because that's...
I can assure you that I do not care who I fight in September. I will fight anybody. Callum Smith.
Do you think David Benavidez can really happen in September? Like maybe he could skip the Yildirim fight, you could skip a mandatory, and let's get to it.
No, Yildirim's injured. He's fighting Romer and Gulo.
Oh, that's perfect then, right? So doesn't that open up the path to you guys fighting as soon as possible? Is that right?
Yeah. So he's fighting Romer and Gulo because Yildirim got hurt. So as of now, he's supposed to fight Romer and Gulo, and then I don't know what's going on after that. Hopefully me and him can fight, or he might just mess around and fight, Romer and Gulo, or I really don't know. But this is my message, so.
Oh, I thought
I've been, pretty about everything, but I just. So many people, I feel like they just don't know what's really going on,
Mm-hmm. How do you beat a bigger guy like that? Bigger guy, big puncher, those type of qualities. How do you beat a guy like that, Caleb? A guy that brings what Benavidez brings to the table.
One way. I just got to be myself. That's it. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to do anything crazy. I don't have to do anything special. I just got to go in there and be myself. Everybody else I fought, they've been bigger than me too, really.
Jose Uzcategui, did that fight? Was that a really good fight to prepare you for a Benavidez fight?
No, Jose's got better boxing skill. He's got better boxing skill. But there's pros and cons to everything. So there's some things that David does better than Jose, and there's things that Jose does better than David. They're not the same fighter, so they both got their strengths and their weaknesses. And but I just don't think it's going to pan out like some people think. So,
in that Tyson Fury fight, he has all these great skills. Like yourself, great skills. And then in that Wilder fight against a guy who's a bigger puncher and all those things, he took all them skills and played the aggressor. Do you think you'll ever have a fight where you kind of do that? And I know you've stayed in the pocket plenty in parts of your fight, but do you think you will ever have that kind of similar game plan maybe against the Benavidez, who's a bigger puncher like Wilder was with Fury? Or what are your thoughts on that?
I mean, just letting off more combinations and stepping for it.
Stuff like, yeah.
I felt like I did that in my last fight, Mm-hmm. I averaged over like 600 punches, I think. And which is more than, I feel like a lot of the super middleweights from the stats that we looked at, I can't remember off the top of my head, but, I let off a lot of combinations in my last fight. I walked Mike Lee down and knocked him out. So, like I said, early in my career, I was coming in, I was knocking a lot of people out. I started developing some hand injuries. I kind of changed up my style, and it started, changing my style to kind of cater to that. And then I kind of got mentally stuck there for a second, hoping and keeping my fingers crossed that I don't hurt my hands during the fight. But the Jose fight, I broke my hand 5 weeks before that. Me and Jose were supposed to fight. I broke my hand, still crooked.
Oof.
Yeah.
Damn.
5 weeks away from my first world title fight. I've been working my whole life for this moment. And, I hurt my hand in training trying to do the right thing. And it gets pushed back till January. I stayed in the dark. I stayed working. I kept my head, I stayed focused. And I went into the Jose fight. That was the first fight that I didn't hurt my hands. And people see what I did there. And then you know what happened next with Mike Lee. And then you see me against Vincent. So my punching power is there. The offensive output is there. I've just been, trying to get my hand issues under control. But, for over a year now, I've really been punching. And things is looking good in the gym. I'll just say that. During these training camps, the sparring has been off the chain. It's been crazy.
Do you think you would stop David Benavidez?
I don't know. Like I said, he's not a scrub. He's not a slouch.
No, certainly not.
But I know for a fact that I get my hand raised.
Mm-hmm.
I know for a fact I get my hand raised. Just like when I fight Canelo, I'll get my hand raised.
And
if I fight pickups, I get my hand raised too. Or countless. Let me ask you something. Can I ask you something?
Yeah, please. I don't know if people care, but
all these other super middleweights that are champions, the 3 other guys, I feel like that they're having close fights against guys in the past that they should have killed. David Benavidez is fighting Ronald Graville for a world title. They tossed it to him to knock it out of the park, and it still was a tough fight. It was still a decision, and he still got dropped. Callum Smith has a fight that he really should have lost against a 5'9" John Ryder. And before that fight, I'm like, oh yeah, he's supposed to kill him. This is probably just, staying busy, whatever it may be. He lost against him. Billy Joe Saunders has a tough fight with in his pro American debut. Who did he fight?
Caceres.
Who did he fight to win the title?
I think Arthur Adavov, can't remember how to pronounce his last name.
Something like that, right?
Yeah.
I thought it was
a vacant WBO title that Zurdo Ramirez.
Yeah, but you said the name wrong. That's not even who it was. So I'm just saying, all these guys, other guys, have tough fights against guys they're supposed to kill, and I've yet, to do that, even fighting a guy against someone who was supposed to be way better than me. Mm-hmm. So I put myself as the baddest super middleweight walking God's green earth.
Well, I mean, to answer,
they don't believe it. I'm showing me for themselves. So
I think you're the most skilled fighter in the division. Not just saying that because I'm talking to you. I think you're the most skilled fighter in the division. When you mentioned Benavidez, to be fair to him, that was a couple years back. He was 20. And now he fought a real legit guy in Anthony Durrell. And I'm saying this because I think you two guys are clearly the 2 best in the division. And that's why me and a lot of fans...
An over-the-top Durrell. Who was boxing him up in half those rounds.
Yeah, he had some success early. And Benavidez got some defensive liabilities for sure. But he's a great puncher, too. And you're both fast as hell.
Yeah.
So I just think you guys have proven you're the top 2.
I feel like mentally his mental fortitude is not super good. With Durrell, I feel like he's getting distracted easily and then getting hit right after he's throwing his hands up, looking at him, and I feel like they just don't know how to stay focused. And on top of that, he's over the hill, older on his way out, and to have a fight like that, and with his cuts too, they. Out of the last 2 of his 3 fights, he had horrible cuts. So that was going to happen at some point with that scar tissue. That was going to bust open. But if it wasn't for that, who's not to say that he doesn't, a focused fighter with mental fortitude doesn't keep boxing him up. He's pretty simplistic in his style, too. It's not like he does a lot of extravagant boxing moves or, any of that.
I think he's definitely got skills. But like I said, I think you're the most skilled guy in the division. He's bigger. Hand speed's about even. He could punch better. You're more skilled. But he's got good skills and you got good power. You guys both check all the boxes. I just want to see it, man. I think that's one of the best fights in boxing. Like, that actually, as much as real boxing fans know it, I think, like, it needs to be right up there with... It's as good as any fight you can make right now. You and David Benavidez. And I wouldn't be surprised if the winner is a star. I want to see a champ. You got
it's discipline too, though.
Say it again.
Discipline. That's a major key too. It plays a part. So who do you think's more disciplined?
I can't. You can put me on the spot. I can't say. I'm not around you. I know you are extremely disciplined.
I haven't lost my world title to cocaine.
This is true.
I don't smoke. I don't drink. I don't blow up to 230 pounds. I don't start training when camp time starts. So you know who's more disciplined.
What? Okay, just to...
knows who's more disciplined. Who stays 12 pounds, 15 pounds from weight all year round? Who trains all year round? Who doesn't smoke? Who doesn't drink? Who doesn't party? Who doesn't go out? Who's boring as hell? You don't never hardly see him. Sometimes at the fights, and then he's at his crib. That's it. And at the gym. I don't want to go out. I don't want to do all the rest of these things these other dudes are doing. I care about fighting. That's my job. I'm a professional fighter. That's what I put on this earth to do. So, I'm telling you, that shit will catch up. It already has.
What about, okay, again, just because this is fun.
You don't get brownie points for being a 2-time world champ because the first time you lost it was due to, testing positive for cocaine. You don't get brownie points for being a 2-time world champ for that.
Okay, this is fun. Let me throw one back at you then. The Roberto Durans, guys like that, they get away with being wild and doing some shit when they're in their 20s. And maybe you could...
You never get away with it. You never get away with it, ever. Never. So you may have been, that may have been what you were headed towards, but I can just go ahead and let you know that.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't matter who's watching. What's done in the dark always comes to light with anything in life. And especially in boxing, there are no lies in boxing. You can say whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. But when the bell rings, the truth's going to come to light. That's why I love boxing so much. They can say whatever they want. But when that bell rings, we get to find out for sure. So I hope you mean what you say, because I promise you that I do. So it always catches up to you.
You guys...
Before it catches up to you.
You guys, that's one thing you gotta love about boxing. A lot of lying in the world, but there's nothing but truth inside the ropes.
Yeah, so much lying. But that's the great thing about fights, though. That's why I want to fight so bad, because when the bell rings, people finally get to find out for sure. And you know what? Great fighters have lost.
Yeah.
Great fighters lose. Great fighters lose. But you gotta be disciplined, man.
Was there... Have you guys seen each other? Because I know you guys have been in the same gym plenty of times. You ever scout him and he's scouting you, stuff like that, or?
Nah, I don't give a shit what he's got going on. We don't really train at the same gym. We don't train at the same gym. He moves camp to a different state, for like the past 10 fights. Mm-hmm. But
I just thought maybe running into each other one week at a time out in Vegas.
We bumped into each other before.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but they know about that one.
Right. I think people saw the video, but to wrap up with David, so is it fair to say this is bad blood, or is this just mostly just competitiveness? The number 1 and 2 guys, or like
both.
Mm-hmm.
It's both.
Does that make for a better fight because it's personal?
I don't know. That don't mean nothing to me. But they've had some things to say about my daughter, who's not here anymore, about how I use her, and the only reason I talk about her is to try and gain clout, and that I don't need to talk about her, that I just need to let her rest. I don't need to say her name no more. But the thing is energy don't die. It's only transferred. So she may not be here, but her energy still lives through me. So when you talk about my daughter and myself as a father, and about, I wasn't a good dad, or, you don't need to talk about her no more, you're just using her. That's not, you don't play with that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They have no right to speak on the dead, especially my daughter. So that's not a manly thing to do. My father raised me better than that, and I don't respect that. I don't respect that. So
to the point
but it's
where
okay. It's okay. I'm gonna get a hold of him at some point.
To the point where even if you fight him, you win the fight, you guys would probably never...
I'm gonna win the fight. Then I'm gonna get my hand raised, and then I'm gonna keep it pushing.
Okay.
No, they can. So don't reach for my hand because I'm gonna leave them hanging.
What is? Yeah, no. I think no, you explain that.
Yeah.
And I was just gonna.
And any other man who would ever have anything to say about, you know, my daughter or anything, and that, you know, that has to do with that. After you beat them, you don't shake your hand. That's beyond that. That's past that.
Yeah. It's different if it's saying something about you, right? That may be forgivable, right? You know, talking shit.
What, you know, when men go off to war, they usually leave the women and the children at home.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah.
So, but that's cool.